I am very frustrated with registration with the Dairy Goat Association. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Do y'all want to know one of my favorite things to do to Reagan? It's blow up his plans, because he cannot function when you blow up his plans. Let's show you how I'm going to blow up the plans today. And if you notice the crate behind me, you can guess how it's going to happen. So our original plan with our goat herd was to go all registered. And we started out with having 2 unregistered meat goats that were gifted to us, and those were the only ones going to be unregistered, and then the first doeling that was born out of that meat goat. Well, I'm very frustrated with registration with the Dairy Goat Association. I'm still waiting on papers for a goat from 2021. And so I've decided that registration is going to take second priority. And what takes first priority is putting milk in the bucket. And unregistered does do just as well as registered does. So with that being said, I'm getting some new goats today that will be unregistered, but will still make good homestead goats. Where are we going?
To Heather House.
This little girl right here is coming with us. Heather is calling her and her daughter here from her herd because they each have, the baby has 4 nipples.
Yeah.
Or teats.
Teats. Yep.
Teats, 4 teats. Which is technically a deformity. You can kind of see it there maybe.
Yep. One side's worse than the other. Like these ones are longer on this
Yeah.
side. And this one is still there though.
Yeah. Stop it.
It was pretty obvious right from birth.
And then her mama has 3. Which is really funny that Heather called us because she called me 2 days after Jane kidded, and we discovered that Jane actually has 4. Her twin sister's fine, and her mom doesn't have it, so it had to come from the buck with her. Which is why we blew up our dairy goat herd right now, our plan at least, and we're just trying to get milk in a pail.
She's good for that. Like these black goats, they're the best for that. As far as my Nigerians go, so. Right.
And our herd is all pretty young. Violet being our oldest as far as like her udder and milk supply is kind of established. And she was more of a show goat. They never milked her until I got her. So she doesn't have a lot of supply. She's okay.
Yeah.
We're Brandy being the next, and this will be her 3rd freshen. So we'll really see her production line. And she has good genes as long as she produces. But a young herd is hard to have supply, especially in Nigerian, being mostly Nigerians.
It takes 3 freshens, and you really should be milking like the whole 200-day lactation to see the most that you can get out of the next lactation.
And it's really hard to do that because life gets in the way.
It does.
And you get frustrated because you're putting a cup of milk away.
Yeah, but okay, when it was my first cup of milk, it was a lot.
Oh yeah, no. Well, and where you had a bigger herd than I did starting out, when you only have putting 2 cups away and a lot of work, I got discouraged.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
That was my fault and my problem.
A lot of times, and it's going to happen this time, when I'm milking the Nigerians and I get one of my big goats in milk, I'll quit milking the Nigerians.
Because why would you milk a tiny goat when one of your huge producers and a lot bigger udder makes it easier to milk?
Yeah, bigger teats for sure.
Yep.
Shrena's due next, and she's a Kiko Nubian. This will be her 3rd freshen, and she's good for 6 cups in the pail, milking once a day, and she'll be even better this year. So.
June is part Kinko, which apparently Kinkos for a meat goat have a decent dairy purpose, I've discovered recently, which is odd because most people don't think of them as dairy.
You can milk anything that makes milk.
Just may not be always worth it.
Yeah.
I know people who milk sheep.
And camels.
I've heard of that, and it always weirds me out.
It's apparently really salty, like super salty.
I can see that. I don't know why.
They're just gonna eat you.
I know. It happens at our house too. Actually, that is a havoc baby. So that makes, Rosemary's the same way, and she's a havoc baby.
They're mouthy.
Very. Rosemary was eating my Kindle the other night.
Of course.
I was trying to sit down there. I needed a break from the kids. So I'm sitting down there in the quiet. And she was eating my Kindle.
So speaking of haddock babies, she is too, but she does have little baby horn buds.
Okay. Keep down.
So I don't know if you want her disbudded.
The other baby I just had born needs to be disbudded, so I can take him to the vet.
You're gonna take it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, little teeny tiny little things.
Yeah, you can feel the point versus Rosemary, who's smooth and round.
So she didn't get any of the little.
Nope.
Sometimes they can get a little hump.
Hers is a little hump, but you can tell it's not gonna grow because it should have grown. It should have grown at this point.
Yeah.
You're so stinking cute.
She's like, I don't know what this big wide world is.
Nope.
Well, you did it. You convinced me that this was the right move for our family. I don't know how you do it every time, but...
I bat my eyelashes.
Yeah. It took... I mean, it didn't take like a ton of convincing, I guess. I wouldn't even say it was a hard conversation or a difficult conversation.
No.
We're really good at hashing things out as a couple. I'm actually really proud of that. No kidding. I'm really proud of that, of our ability to do that as a couple. And it's not easy all the time, but...
No, because we see things differently and our minds work differently.
Yeah.
But that's also why we work good together is we're still level-headed, even though we're both stubborn.
Every goat in this stall is headbutting something right now, it seems. They're headbutting each other, they're having a tripod. But, I mean, I know this wasn't exactly, like, our plan.
No.
When we outlined our plan, however many years ago it was now.
When we brought the first goats home.
Yep.
Well, the first dairy goats home. The plan was full registered Nigerian goat herd. Hi, baby.
Goat cuddles. But when the plan shifted, you know, the registration thing with the American Dairy Goat Association, ADGA, it's a mess. It's been a mess, and I don't know why it's still a mess. You can't talk to anybody about it being a mess, and it's frustrating. And you know,
we pay registration fees.
Yeah.
Like, we're paying registration fees and a yearly membership fee.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like an exorbitant amount of money, but it's enough that I don't really want to keep throwing money at something that there's no sign of improvement. It seems like there's no accountability with your organization. Not trying to bash them. It's just part of the frustration that gets us to this point. And, you know, the whole reason that Eden now, she was named Idolin. Eden is going to be a hard time pronunciation. So we're just kind of, we're going with Eden instead.
I struggle with names.
Yep, words.
Everyone wants me to name a goat Roletta.
Loretta Lynn.
And I can't say it. I've seen her in concert at the Opry on our honeymoon, and I cannot say her name to save my life.
One more time.
Roletta?
Nope, see, you're back. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
can't.
Edelin was going to be difficult, so she's just going to be... not Edelin. Idolin. See?
Idolin.
She's just Eden. We're going with Eden. So, that's what we're doing, and it's all fine.
Dyslexia is the problem.
Yep. All right, you're done.
My herd queen is trying to establish pecking order. Yeah. Ooh, that is.
What's up? This isn't your baby. Don't chew on this baby. The whole reason that Eden is now a part of our farm is because, for one, she didn't really fit Heather's, like, where she wants to go with her goat herd, I guess kind of like in the immediate future and going forward. But part of that is due to her utter conformity. Is that right? So she has a supernumerary I don't know. Basically, she has an extra teat, and basically that causes problem with registration, and
within the
ADGA.
Yep.
Yep. The other society, like the AGS, American Goat Society, it's less of a problem with them. But, for a few reasons, like, she's wanting to call her out of her herd. Well, does she really fit with ours? Well, if we're having an ADGA herd or trying to have a registered herd, not really, but we don't. And we have kind of some other mixed breeds that are a meat goat mix, but, that's all part of the overall dairy goat plan. And so, well, do we want to bring Idolin Eden home or not?
Yes.
Do you want to go?
Go on. Go. There we go. Okay.
Ugh. Well, after our Calamity Jane had this little baby, named TBD, to be determined, we realized that Jane also has supernumerary teats. And actually, she has 2 of them. So she actually has four teats on her udder, 2 of which are functional, 2 of them are not. They're kind of like micro teats or something. But
she has the same. It's exactly the same as this baby that I showed you earlier.
And so, knowing we don't want to get rid of Jane necessarily. Should we? Well, it's all part of the plan. But the goal is dairy. The goal isn't to have
show goats.
I'm
not showing goats.
Yeah, and we have some that good looking ones. We're still going to keep some registered ones, of course. But if the plan is dairy, then why does it matter exactly if they're show, quote unquote, show quality? And so now here we are with extra goats and more headbutting. The plan changed as far as I can tell. I mean, again, it wasn't like a problem. But we did have to have a conversation about it, and it's important to talk about those things. We're in this as a team, and when things change, or I don't know.
He doesn't handle plans changing well.
It takes some adjustment.
Yeah, he has to process. He's not an impulse buyer.
Nope.
No. If I send him to the store for a can of soup, that is all he's coming home to the store with.
Maybe ice cream, but
maybe ice cream. But most of the time he calls me and then's like, should I get ice cream? He doesn't. He's not that kind of person. Like,
Yep.
He has to think it through and know what to do it. Which is why him being the first to want to jump on this farm was a miracle, because I'm usually the one that's like, this will work. I see the picture. Let's go.
Yep.
He can't change plans. Once it's in his mind, that's what it is until he can process the change.
That's why our plan pivoted.
We need milk in the pail.
We had a vision, and the vision, now that we've been in it, we have an opportunity to change things up, to kind of, not even move on, but just change things up a little bit. And, we have a better understanding of what we want to be as a farm. Megan, the things she wants to devote her time to do, things she feels comfortable doing. And I feel like we're in a good spot. I mean, I really feel like we're in a good spot right now, and tomorrow that may change. You know how things go. But right now I do feel good about where we're at, and I don't know, like, I'm sitting down here in an evening and the kids are asleep in the house, and I'm just hanging out with a bunch of goats in a barn, sitting on a dirty floor, and I could not be happier.
They're so stinking cute. I can't help it.
You want to know something that's crazy, and this is, who would have thought, goats smell different. Like, all of ours have a pretty standard, like, this is what they smell like. And you bring these 2 home that have been on a different place,
But they're already starting to smell like ours.
a little bit. But, I mean, like, that's, like, she was just up in my business and doesn't smell familiar.
Baby.
It's crazy. I don't know.
I guess because I'm holding the baby, she's starting to smell like our farm.
Maybe, yeah. This one's falling asleep. I don't...
Heather's talked about it.
Violet!
There's your bloopers for the day.
So...
If you're coming here from our Heather's talked about how she dam raises. And that's what I like to do, is dam raise as well. Because I don't have to bottle raise to make friendly kids, because this is what we do. We sit in the barn and hold our kids. And back up. There we go. You're okay. There you go. Because even Bonnie, our Kinko Savannah Cross that was gifted to us and we got rid of because she was a pain, very unfriendly, her children that we have kept, her 2 boys, and then Juniper, are some of the most friendly goats you will encounter because we spend so much time with them.
And they're Benji's babies.
That helps as well. But we've got a baby falling asleep on us. And Eden's came from Heather, so she's friendly.
Yep.
So just because they're dam raised doesn't mean they're not friendly, because also helps that they're dairy goats as well, because dairy goats, like dairy cows, are more friendly because they have to deal with people more. It's really interesting too how we talked about buck size. I want to add a taller buck. Havoc is a lot bigger than Benji. This baby is younger than Little Miss Priss here.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was born on Sunday. She was born on Thursday.
Of last week?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
So, buck size matters.
Giggity. We have a lot more exciting things getting ready to happen on the farm. Minnie Pearl is going to be having babies in the next couple of weeks. She's getting closer, not quite there yet, but going to be happening real soon. We're going to be building a chicken tractor for our meat chickens. It won't be too much longer. We're going to be talking about this little lady's chicken shenanigans, but you're going to have to subscribe before we get into that, because
And trust me, you're going to want to see it.
shenanigans.
You're going to want to see it.
Oh my goodness.
It's worse than an ordeal.
It's, well, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of exciting things, more baby goats to come, more dairy goat everything, more homestead stuff, and my hair's going grayer by the hour, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hopefully a cow, too. We're supposed to be getting a beef cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to call about that.
Yeah, he's overdue. We'll get there. Thank you so much for watching our channel. This is the GWP Homestead. My name's Reagan. That's Megan. These are our goats, and thank you for being here, part of being here doing what we do.
I need 2 girl names. Drop your suggestions.
Country, music, western theme. We'll see y'all soon.
Say bye.